Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, including news China is thinking about joining the Trans-Pacific Partnership negotiations. But first in the US, sales of new single-family houses in May were at an annual rate of 504,000. This is almost 19% above the revised April estimate of 425,000 and far higher than markets are expecting. And the 4.5-month supply was a sharp decrease from the 5.5-month supply at the end of March. Volumes may be rising, but price rises are slowing, and maybe that will help make their recovery more sustainable. One reason for these housing improvements may be that American consumer confidence is higher than expected. In fact, it is now at its highest level since January 2008. Still, that is not a very high standard. There may be big improvements, but they're over a low base and has been low for a long time. There was also a release yesterday of Australian consumer confidence, and that is picking up too after a dramatic fall below the 100-point index level when the Aussie budget was released. Consumers there are still averse to spending. Staying in Australia, their meteorologists are starting to backtrack on their claim that a major El Nino event is coming. They are now saying there is an absence of the necessary atmospheric responses. They still reckon it's on the way, but the evidence seems to be less certain. On the World Trade Negotiation front, the Trans-Pacific Partnership talks may be struggling with its Japan aspects, but a key official in China now says they should join the negotiations. He sees at least 2% additional growth for China if they were part of a successful round. Key TPP decisions will come later this year after US elections. The US Treasury 10-year yields are at 2.61% today. Gold has inched higher to $1,320 an ounce. And the price of oil has fallen slightly in the US and flatlined in the Brent benchmark. Stocks in New York have given up their run at the 2000 index level and are down in afternoon trade. We start today with the New Zealand dollar still very high, but with little change overnight. We're at 86.9 US cents, 92.6 Aussie cents, and the TWI is at 80.9. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.